The solution of an inequality is any value of the variable that makes the inequality true. I have this chart up here. In words, if I have all real numbers less than 5, in algebra we would write x is less than 5. Graphically, on a number line, we have the number 5, it gets an open circle, and the line goes everywhere to the left. That means anywhere on this line to the left is a solution to this inequality. So if I pick any numbers, I'll pick 0. Is 0 less than 5? Yeah, it makes it true. Inequalities do not have just one answer. It has multiple answers. All real numbers greater than -1. That's in words. Algebraically, x is greater than -1. So it is in an open circle at -1, and now it goes to the right, because all the numbers on a number line are greater than to the right. So 6. 6 is greater than -1. That's true. Another one's all real numbers less than or equal to 1/2. Now I have that or equal to. This is where I put algebraically x, the less than symbol, I put a line underneath. When you see that line underneath, that means the dot is now solid. That means you are now including this dot. So I could pick anything that's less than this. Like -2 is less than or equal to 1/2. 1/2 is less than or equal to 1/2. It has to be less than or it has to be equal to, one or the other. And the last one goes for the greater than aspect. All real numbers greater than or equal to 0. Since it's greater than, it goes all the numbers to the right. It is a solid dot at 0 because of the line underneath. So the first thing we have here is graphing the inequality. What does this say? M is greater than or equal to 3/4. You have to understand what it's asking. When I say graph, a lot of you automatically think graphing means an XY axis. That's not what I mean when I say graph. When I say graph, I'm talking about a number line. And we're talking about number lines. We don't have to make something extremely elaborate. All I did was made a number line and I counted from -5 to +5. Where does 3/4 fall? In between 0 and 1. So in between 0 and 1, I'm going to put a circle. Is that circle going to be shaded in or left open? Why is it going to be shaded in? This line underneath means it needs to be shaded in. So I'm going to shade this in. Now, greater than. Are the numbers greater than to the right or to the left? To the right. That's graphing it. Done. This means anything over here is greater than 3/4. Give me a number over here. 6. Is 6 greater than 3/4? Give me another one. 4. Does it have to be a whole number? No, it could be any fraction or decimal. positive 1,212 and 9/17. Is that greater than that? Well, 1 million or whatever, right? 9/17. 9/17. You can go anywhere past it. It's anywhere greater than. So why don't you try this one here? Do A first. If you feel really confident, you can try B. All right, for the first one, when I make my number line, where does 2.5 fall? Open or closed? Open. In which direction? To the right. Now, for part B, what do I have to do first? Okay, I have to do the exponent first. What is 2 squared? 4. And what's 4 minus 4? So I really have 0 greater than or equal to W. So using my number line, I'm going to steal the same one. I put 0 at, it's at 0. Open or closed? Closed. And it goes to 0 is greater than W. Which way does it go? See, this is what a lot of you are thinking. You're looking at this arrow and going, the arrow is telling me this way, so I go that way. That's not what's happening. The only time that really happens is if the variable is first, then it tells you the direction. But this means 0 is greater than W. That means 0 is the biggest number you can have. If I rewrite this and I flip it around, it says W is less than or equal to 0. It's actually over here. Just to show you, if I pick a number, a lot of you were saying it was over here, and I pick 5. And I put 5 in here. Is 0 greater than 5? No. Any number over here will not work. 1 is not greater than 0. Or sorry, 0 is not greater than 1. I said it wrong. But any number over here does work. The symbol does not tell me direction. You can use that as long as the variable is first. Now in part C here, -3 is going to be open, but then I need to shade it in so it's closed, and it needs to be to the left because it's less than. There's no work for these, it's just strictly a graph. Now, we're not just going to be graphing. Sometimes we're going to be taking the graphs and writing an inequality. What number do I have here? What's my starting point? 2. Now, is it less than or greater than? Why is it less than? Because it goes to the left. So I'm going to go 2. And stuff is less than, and I'll just pick any variable you want. X, Y, T, Q, whatever.
Or you can go 2 is greater than X.
Or 2 is greater than X. So we pick any variable we want. The arrow points to the left, so we're going to use either less than or less than or equal to. Since it's an empty circle, it is not and equal to. How would I write this one?
X greater.
Negative 0.5
No, you put it
greater than or equal to x, whatever variable you want. There you go. That's all there is to this. Do this one real quick. What's my number I start at? 2.5. Am I greater than or less than? Less than. Is it equal to? No. It goes to the left, so that's why it's less than. And now I just pick a variable.
I turned it around.
And there you go. T is less than 2.5. Another thing, if you see words, this is one thing I got to make sure I put up there. No more than means less than or equal to. At least means greater than or equal to. You see these all the time in word problems, where it says something can be no more than. When you see no more than, that automatically means less than or equal to. If you see the keywords at least, that means greater than or equal to. Ray's dad told him not to turn on the air conditioner unless the temperature was at least 85 degrees. Define a variable and write an inequality for the temperature in which Ray can turn on the air conditioner. Graph the solutions. So what I'm going to say is, let T be the temperature. T has to be what? There's this key word right here, at least. At least means greater than or equal to. T has to be greater than or equal to 85, and that is it.